ready to open?
I think we're gonna open this meeting. All right, call the meeting to order. If you would, Alvin, would you lead us in the word of prayer, please?
Amen. Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for another opportunity that you have blessed us with, another day that you have blessed us to see that we don't deserve. And we just thank you for it right now. And we pray right now in the name of Jesus that you would guard our hearts and our minds and do us to make godly decisions. And we'll forever give it in your glory, honor, and praise. In Jesus' name we pray. Thank God.
Amen. Okay, this is.
I apologize for holding everybody up.
This meeting is in regards to the annual budget hearing, held here at Jasper City Hall, County Chambers, 465 South Main Street, Monday, September 16th, 2013. That public hearing on fiscal year 2013, 2014 budget, for discussion or anything we need to carry on from this point. Yes, ma'am?
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can, and thank you.
Okay. I guess if we have no information, input, or any questions, we'll go on over into the regular city council meeting at this time. This regular city council meeting Monday, September 16th, 2013. Jasper City Hall, 465 South Main Street. Time now is 5:52 p.m. Open these items for discussion or actions. First, we have to consider approval for 2 sets of minutes. That being the special call city council meeting August 5th.
I think we had somebody sign up for public comment. You?
I wanted to,
Okay.
and I didn't see it up there.
Yes, there's the forms up there.
There is a form. Well, see, I didn't know you were gonna go right into that meeting anyway. I wanna talk. I have something to say.
Put your name on the list back there and come on and talk.
Okay.
Do we have anyone else that wants to make a comment tonight?
And condition relief.
All right, public comments from Ms. Evelyn O'Neill, and agenda item is delinquent taxes. You have 3 minutes.
It's not 3 minutes, I got a 20-year problem here, and I got 3 minutes.
3 minutes, that's what the paper says, 3.
All right.
All 3 5 minutes.
My question is, when is the city council gonna do anything about this delinquent taxes problem? And I know that you're gonna raise our taxes again, and it's gonna be like 12% because you need to raise about $88,000, and I think I'm correct? But I'm sure you're all aware that there is over $300,000 on the books in delinquent taxes for the city. And I'm sure you're all aware of that. But nothing's being done about it. And when you raise these new taxes, it's only going to be the same people paying the same thing, and the people who don't pay are still not going to pay. So I'm quite concerned about that, because there's some people in Jasper that haven't paid their taxes for 15 or 20 years. And it's getting a little bit ridiculous. In fact, some of them owe more than the property is even worth. So if you wanted to sell it at a tax sale, you're not going to get anywhere with that. And I'd also like to see the council make some kind of, I don't know what you would call it, a policy, a law, regulation, or whatever, that says if you owe back taxes, you cannot purchase a tax sale, because that is being done. People who owe back taxes go to a tax sale, buy a property, and they still don't pay the taxes. So there has to be some kind of a regulation that, and it has to be checked. I mean, we have to have somebody to check this out to make sure that they can't do it. And I can tell you, there's a person in Jasper that has about 40 properties. And I checked out 17 of those properties. He probably has more than 40, but I know of 40. 17 of those properties, he owes over $119,000 in back taxes. Some of those properties were bought at a tax sale. The city council is the only one that I see that can do anything about this. And I've been researching this for 3 years. So I know what's out there, and I know the city council's been very busy and they haven't had time, but we need something done about this. And it's to the point that it's ridiculous.
Ms. O'Neill, I don't know if you're aware or not, but we did have attorneys based on commission. They were paid based on commission to try to collect these back taxes for us. And they have not done their job, so we're in the process of getting more attorneys to collect these taxes.
Well, let me tell you, they're out of Lufkin. It's an attorney's office out of Lufkin. Their main office is in Austin. And I talked to the man that's in charge of the Lufkin office, and he told me that the contract is up, but they're gonna get it renewed. And, now wait a minute, he said they're gonna get it renewed, and it's gonna be maybe a year before they can get anyone down here to work, because they just can't find anybody, and they gotta have the right person. Now, I've talked to all the commissioners, and the commissioners, some are leaning on the fence, but there are some of them that are adamant about renewing this contract with that attorney's office. And they said, now that attorney's office has had this for 30 years. And I asked him, I said, where were you 10 years ago? And people wouldn't owe $25,000 and $10,000 and $13,000 in back taxes like that. But he said, well, we just didn't get it. We didn't have the right people and blah, blah, blah. And we do have a problem there. So, anyway.
Well,
Okay, but hold on just a second. Let's not discuss this, because we can't discuss anything that's presented in these comments
Right.
tonight.
Sorry about
Okay.
that.
So if you have, just go on, if you have any more of your comments, continue on, but there'll be no discussion.
Okay.
Put it here.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. At this time, if Mayor Lau accept this situation, I'm gonna turn it over to him.
I really enjoyed just sitting back here listening. Is there any other, is there any other comments from anyone wanting to comment on the proposed budget and the proposed taxation? Okay, our public hearing will stand then adjourned at 5:58 Central Daylight Time.
We're already into the regular meeting.
Oh, you already into the meeting? Okay.
Public
So go
comments.
ahead and do that.
Did we cover all of what we needed to cover in that public hearing? We
We
need a
did.
motion to accept that?
We don't accept the budget until this time,
Yeah.
until the regular meeting, which is the public hearing.
I'm sorry, I'm getting here late. I've been on city business in Beaumont. I don't even have my agenda.
We just finished up with public comment.
There's one thing that we didn't do is if there was any of the council members had any questions about any of the departmental reports or any of the information that was in your binder, or the chamber hot funding or any of that. That was the first two items.
Any comments on the departmental budget, departmental reports? Okay, up next, consider approval for 2 sets of minutes, special call city council meeting, August 5th, 2013, and regular city council meeting, August 19th, 2013.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion from Ms. Johnson, have a second from Mr. Hobson. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Let the record show that the item passed unanimously. We have a tabled item. This is consider approving the JEDCO budget for 2013-2014 fiscal year. This is item number 2 on the agenda. Carrie, would you like to come forward? We have Carrie Ellis, Executive Director of the Jasper Economic Development Corporation.
This was tabled last month, so I'm here just wanting to know if anybody has any questions on the budget.
Do we have a motion?
I so move.
Second.
Motion by Mr. McMillan, second by Mr. Schofield. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Let the record show that the budget passed unanimously. We have up next item. Thank you, Ms. Ellis. We've already got through that. Go ahead, though, Ms. Johnson. Make your comment.
Ms. Ellis?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I want you to be aware that all the council members are familiar with JEDCO, but it seems that JEDCO has lost all communication with this council. We used to receive a monthly report from JEDCO. We no longer do that. And I want to request that, please, because we have no idea what's going on with JEDCO.
I'll be happy to do that and include our agendas and our minutes from past meetings too, if you'd like.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Thank you. Up next, number 3, consider appointing someone to replace Mr. Tommy Adams on the Jasper Economic Development Corporation's Board of Directors. Has council have any entertainment on that?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to appoint Thomas Schofield to that position.
Tommy Schofield for the appointment. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Scott. Any discussion on this issue?
Tommy, you be willing to accept that?
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Let the record show that it passes unanimously. Up number 4, consider request for removal order on dangerous building located in the 1600 block of J.H. Road, west side of Road Street. Let's see, 1600 block. Anyway, we have the building inspector's assistant to come forward, Mr. Derek Boykin. Derek, welcome to the council. This will be the first time that you speak to this council, but it probably will not be the last time. So we're glad to have you here tonight, and I've been hearing good reports about you.
But, y'all have a request for a removal order, we want to come forward to see if y'all accept the removal order for the dangerous building.
I'll make the motion to accept.
Motion by Mrs. Johnson to move forward with it. We have a second by Mr. Schofield. Any questions or discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Let the record show it passed unanimously. You already asked for something else. What that is. Number 5, consider ordinance 9-16-13A, applying allocating adjustments, contingency reserves, and providing for amended budget for the 2012-2013 fiscal year for the fiscal projection of the proposed fiscal budget, year 2013 through 2014, and its budget and fiscal plan. Have a motion by Mr. Schofield. Do we have a second? Have a second by Mr. McMillan. Is there any further discussion or questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Let the record show that it passed unanimously. Item number 6, consider ordinance number 9-16-13B. That would be the associated tax roll appraisal and tax levy. Have a motion?
So move.
Mr. McMillan made the motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Hobson. Do we have any discussions or questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? No opposition, show that the record passed unanimously. Consider ordinance number 9-16-13C, 2013 tax rate adoption. Do we have a motion? Mr. McMillan made the motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Schofield. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Let the record show it passed unanimously. Up number next, 8, consider ordinance number 9-16-13D, setting and establishing the 2013-2014 fiscal year operating budget. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
So moved by Mr. Schofield. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Scott. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Let the record show that the measure passed unanimously. Okay, up next, we have a executive session pursuant to Chapter 551, Texas Government Code, Section 551.071, consultation with attorney regarding pending litigation. Also, in that same executive session, we are going to be pursuant to Chapter 551, Texas Government Code, Section 551.071, consultation with Mr. Chuck Rohr by telephone from the Waters Consulting Group, presentation of applicants for the Chief of Police position. And we're going to go into that executive session at 6:00. We're going to leave this open session at 6:06 Central Daylight Time this day. I do not know the decision of council, but I do not, for those of you, everybody that wants to stick around, that's fine, but I do not, from what's going on, see any action. In fact, we don't even have any, I don't see any action that's going to take place from this meeting. So we appreciate all of those of you that come, and we expect you welcome to the people's house and sit here and go get a drink of water, do a cup of coffee, do whatever you want, but don't be disappointed if we have nothing after this open session. We come back in. Thank you so much for being here. Michael Stewart, Joe White. Joe White. Hey, Curly Locks, come on back.
I've seen nothing about it.